Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Starladder European coverage for Season 9. I'm Zyori, and joining me for the rest of the week, as it may be, Mr. Merlini.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It's
How are
bright
you?
and early over here on the West Coast.
Oh, yes, it is. How are you, sir?
Pretty good. We had our workout session yesterday. Demon inspired. Hard work. Hashtag dedication. Hashtag many other things.
I have this commentator overlay messed up, and there we go. Now there's two of us on there. Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit sore, actually. I said I wasn't, but I lied. My back's a little sore. I got a little of that lactic acid buildup. It's good, though. It's good.
We also have a kitty running rampant without her cone anymore.
Yes. The spay was a success.
Okay, let's get back to Dota.
So today we've got the retry versus Team Empire.
The retry.
I'm so sorry. The retry. PGG at his finest. He's back yet again. How many retries? 3 retries now. Although this team looks pretty familiar from last season.
PGG's always at his finest.
He's always at his finest. Yes, that's true. And Empire, they're looking fresh. I think we should just look straight into this draft, Merlini. What do you think?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's do this thing, my friend. So, I'm a little bit slow with the new overlays today. Ah, there we go. Woo! Motion graphics. All right, we've got... Oh, they're backwards, Merlini. We're off to a slow start. There we go. TR on the Dire. Team Empire on the Radiant. Let's get our sounds flowing here. So we got into our draft a little bit late. It was a first pick invoker for Team Empire. Nature's Prophet Mirana snagged by the retry. And then Bat Rider was Empire's second pick. Now, we've got some stats here, Merlini. We have our stats man on the job. And our stats say they really like Invoker. And they first picked him, so that makes a lot of sense.
It's no surprise there. Resolution, one of the best invokers in the West, and he's actually... What am I doing? Oh, yeah. You can talk about that.
All right. Yeah, so, no, it's all good in the hood here, guys. Off to a slow start this morning, but we're going to get the ball rolling. Our intense schedule has officially kicked in, where we've got 2 caster sets on shift, Korean Dota and European Dota and all sorts of nonsense. But you're right, they do really like Bat Rider, and actually Empire were sort of credited for reinventing the Bat Rider a little bit. After he was beat upside the head with the Nerf stick, Resolution was one of the first to start picking him again in 6.79 and 6.78 as well. So really not surprised by their 2 first picks whatsoever, Merlini.
Disruptor's awesome.
Disruptor's awesome. He sure is, man.
10 seconds.
I like...
the retry apparently just hates supports. Every team hates supports. And that's usually the bans. I mean, look at this. 6 out of the 8 bans have been from supports, but for good reason. Team Empire scared of the easy setup with the Mirana, with the Bane, and the SD. And the retry just scared of the really popular supports in 6.80. And...
yeah. And the retry, let's take a look. They have an interesting roster lineup here. Very squishy. Obviously, all intellect heroes except for Mirana, though she's not really known for her tankiness.
Empire has 4 in heroes.
That's true, actually.
I think that people look into that too much. Oh, we have too many in heroes.
It's not a big deal.
You can even go carry OD.
Carry OD?
Actually, carry OD is not that great.
I heard you talking smack on that 5-int lineup that Korean team was running the other night.
It wasn't that bad.
Wasn't that bad?
LD was talking smack about
it. Oh, yeah.
Somebody was
talking
just laned
smack.
it terribly. Like, if you can win your lanes with the 5-int, then you can transition into the medium late pretty well. But it is very, very risky. But Empire seems to be executing very well in this new patch. I think they have one of the highest win rates.
Yeah, they do. They've been looking very good. They've also played the most games on 6.8. They've played 45 matches on this patch, which is way more than any other team. And they've got a 78% win rate on this particular patch. The second highest of any game with more than 10 teams. Second to that only of EG.
It's pretty redonkadonk, man.
That is redonkadonk.
So this Disruptor, they don't have anything that synergizes that greatly with it except for Invoker. I think the Invoker Disruptor combo is highly, highly underrated. Like Tornado, and you drop them into a kinetic field with EMP and Static Storm is just absolutely insane if you can actually pull it off. But oftentimes they have to clump. If you only get 2 heroes, it's like whatever. But still, it's usually a 1-team fight. They don't have anything else to dump into that pretty ridiculous combo, and it is countered by BKBs, but the retry only has 1 BKB on their lineup right now, and Empire just looking for a carry, and
I wonder what they want.
There's nothing that like stands out amazingly well.
Lycan.
Cool.
He's cool, but how strong
We've seen
is
Lycan
he?
picked a couple of times in the past past few days, though. I believe it was picking the IGDK match.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not completely unusual. It's a lot of people would say that Lycan is just super weak right now. I think he's in a pretty decent place right now. His wolves aren't completely OP. He is very, very strong at pushing. He's like decent at team fight, but he's not, he's not like the greatest hero.
He's not the greatest, but he's not the worst. He suffers from sort of a similar problem that Ursa does. The same with Lifestealer, that he just needs to be up in your face. And if he can't get up in your face, then it's hard for Lycan to do all that dirty work that he likes to do.
Dirty work?
I mean,
like
I don't
killing people?
Yeah, I mean, Lycan, he's dirty. Look, he's got blades on his hands. He's got mutton chops, all right? I mean, no, I guess I shouldn't be.
This guy doesn't have the New Bloom wolf form. I wanted to see that in action.
I don't know that I've seen it. I just don't see Lycan all that often. He does have some pretty sick shoulders. TI 2012.
Those are one of the least valuable rares. if you bet on Dota 2 Lineage and you see these in your return box, you're just like, man, they instantly go back into the next bet.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, the retry. We have PGG on the Crystal Maiden, Son of Arteezy on the Solo Mid Dragon Knight, Android P on the Chen, No Fear on the Nature's Prophet, and Nubik on the Marana.
Yes, we certainly do. And on the Radiant side, we've got the fan favorites here. Team Empire down bottom, it will be Silent playing on the position 1 Lycan. Headed mid, it will be Resolution playing on Invoker. And then we've got what could be the makings of a tri-lane here. Always want to fly on the Disruptor, scurrying his way down to the bottom lane. Vanscore is up on the Rubik. Right now stationed about the Radiant Ancients. We'll see where he ends up. And it will be an off-lane Bat Rider being played by none other than Mag.
Mag already has level 1 Sticky Napalm, which is pretty unusual to skill up, especially when you don't know what your lane's going to be. And usually you get level 1 Firefly just in case you get in some deep doo-doo. And so you can actually clear the neutral stack. You can just like fly over here, fly down, and then just keep going back and forth and back and forth. But with level 1 Sticky Napalm, if you're against any sort of aggression, you might not be able to get level 2.
Mm-hmm. That's very true, and we'll see how this goes for him. It will be kind of a difficult lane. PGG on the CM and the Marana. That's a pretty scary duo lane with a decent amount of setup. Frostbite, not the best setup compared to some of the other abilities like Disruption or various other longer stuns, but still definitely possible to give Bat Rider a run for his money here. In the mid lane, Dragon Knight versus Invoker. I reckon that this will be Quas Exort.
Nice.
But I was going to say, I thought it would be Quas Wex, but he did get that first point Exort. Still could just be that value point, but very interesting.
Quas Exort is more exciting to watch, but Quas Wex, I think, is generally better, especially when you have a Disruptor on your team. But maybe they just want to go mass split push with the Invoker Forward Spirits as well as the Lycan Wolves and just kind of play a split push, split gank sort of game. Mag gets initiated on top.
Oh, arrow off the mark.
That was...
Eee.
Yikes.
Yikes. Even if the Frostbite didn't break, that was pretty far off the mark, Nubik. Yeah, first game of the day, though. First arrow. You know, got to get the joints lubricated. The mind needs caffeine. Yikes.
That's all I have to say about that.
Merlini in the morning.
Well, that was a really nice block from Mag, though. Like, having the creep wave over here at level 1 is really important. Because if he didn't, I mean... He has to be scared of like a Chen gank. They can just gank him at 30 seconds. But looks like a Mag already using his Firefly. Yeah. A little bit scared.
He's already over that first hurdle. He's made it to actually made it to level 3.
He does not give any flips about giving magic charges too.
Yeah.
PGG already has 10. Nuvik has 6. But
yeah, that's
whatever.
One of the banes of playing Bat Rider, I suppose. Stick charges are definitely something that you do give away pretty frequently. 2-minute rune will be a regeneration, and Nature's Prophet going to teleport his way down, and No Fear will be the one to pick it up. He looks like he's doing okay in the offlane, not as good as his buddy Bat Rider there. He is 0-1 compared to the 4-2 Bat.
He's scared. I thought he was about to get lifted up.
Yeah, they were thinking about it. They wanted it, but they couldn't find it. And how is Lycan doing? Looks like he is farming very well. Much better than that of Marana, the two 1 positions in this match. 15-7 on the Lycan. Marana only 8-4. Wow, Bat Rider just being around in the lane is really slowing down Nubik's farm. Or he's just missing last hits, one or the other. But
he needs his caffeine.
Yeah, he needs his caffeine. He needs a Red Bull. He needs a Monster. He needs something. We've got French roast downstairs, Merlini. We should fly him into the studio. Get a little interview going on, free coffee.
So, Nubik, why are you missing these arrows? Anyways, so the one thing I like about Lycan, he is very fast at farming. And if he gets put in a position where he's under some pressure, he's very fast at catching up in terms of farm because he can split push like a madman. And he's opted for the 1-1-1 build at level 3. We see some Lycans opt for level 2 wolves at level 3. Some of them will go for level 4 with the early level 1 and Howl. And Silent goes for the level 1 and Howl. I suppose it does help his team out. They don't have any summons this early, though. Invoker has 4 spirits now, but definitely not at level 1.
Yeah, so it looks like Invoker is, well, still I guess he's not committed to Exort. He's only 3-0-1. He could still switch to Quas, so I guess we'll find out at level 5 exactly where he wants to go. But with the Forge Spirit out, I think it's likely he will stay Exort. Sun Strikes and Forge Spirits all around Merlini.
Ice Walls and Meteors.
Ice Walls and Meteors. Everything else you can imagine.
I like Quas. I personally like playing Quas Exort more, but the EMP is just absolutely ridiculous. I'm not sure if it's going to be nerfed. It's been tweaked a fair amount in the past, and as it stands right now, I think it's just a tad bit too strong personally. Quas Exort, I think, is in a very good position. 4 Spirits were pretty OP before. Now they seem like they're in the right place, and No Fear is doing a very good job of controlling the runes, grabbing both at the 2 and 4 minute mark. Looking at Mag on top, he is level 4.5. CS leaders definitely go to Team Empire right now, with Mag by far the #1 leader, Invoker #2. DK suffering a little bit. He only has 3 denies compared to Invoker's 11, and top lane Mirana is just not last hitting as much as the free-forming Lycan.
Yeah, I mean, Nubik isn't in total free-farm mode. Batrider's actually picked up a lot of last hits here. 14-3 versus the 0-2 Nature's Prophet in the bottom lane. So that's really the biggest disparity here, I think, is the 1 positions, but also the off-laners. Empire just in a great spot to get things started. Let's glance at the gold graph here, and Empire do have about 1,000 gold lead already just from farming in the first 5 minutes. Experience is about leveled out, and that is mostly because Chen is in the jungle. Empire getting the better of the lanes, but having Android P in the jungle means you've got 2 solo laners, so you are a little bit more XP efficient. And, well, the graph reflects
some
that.
neutrals right now.
Uh-oh, Nature's Prophet, is he porting in? He wants it. No Fear is going to make it in. Mag, he does have Firefly.
Fireflying bet.
Yeah, he'll make it to the high ground.
That's just a huge waste of time. I mean, I guess he did zone him out, so he didn't get that much experience, but I mean, he's level 5.5 right now, and No Fear's at like half HP, in no position to teleport in anywhere else. Looks like they're transitioning to a push on top lane, but Chen also has been very, very quiet, but he is level 5.5 minutes in, which is a pretty good benchmark. I think level 6 at 6 minutes is very, very good for junglers. And it looks like Empire is already there to defend with 2 heroes. Firefly is off cooldown right now, but PGG playing very, very aggressively.
It is a 4-man push up here, so this is creating space for Lycan, and he's not a hero that you want to give too much room to. We hop down to the bottom lane. He has his Vlad's up.
He will crush his tower.
Yeah, he'll be able to knock that tower down pretty quick. And TR, they have a decent amount of push about them, but they won't be able to take it out in one fell swoop. Glyph is still available for Empire, and I think there's actually a chance they can make a hold here.
Rubik has a TP scroll too.
Yeah, the only problem here is Mag is not level 6. If he had Lasso, this would be a pretty easy defend. He could at least catch one, perhaps.
I would say if he had Flame Break, it'd be an easy defend.
Yeah, well, that's a good point as
but
well.
He does not.
That value point.
Dude, value point and Flame Break is so good. He needs to be able to keep the creeps away from the tower, but looks like here they go with the second round of summons from No Fear. Android has a Chen creep or Centaur creep and a
troll.
Yeah, that's pretty scary to walk into.
Yeah, and it looks like they will just sacrifice this tower. I don't think they want to make the hold. Lycan doing some quick work on the tower down bottom. PGG actually goes down to about half health, taking some unnecessary tower shots there. Look at this. Lycan will get the bottom tower down to at least half health by himself. So not the best trade for Empire, but still not bad. That will make this a relatively easy push in the upcoming moments. Now the real question, will TR take 2? They're going to press on, and the tier 2 up top is under heavy fire. Trients, and still Chen creeps about. See a couple of those skeleton warriors coming out. Compliments of the Dark Troll Summoner as well.
This is when having like a Quas Wex Invoker is just so powerful. Like, it just stops this push in its tracks.
Oh! Wow, that arrow was really close.
Yep. I don't think they can defend this T2. They're in no position to do so.
I think they need to react somehow. They either need to knock down the bottom tier 1 or rotate and try and defend here. Lycan is level 7, and I think if he poured it in, he could at least do some damage here. They have some crowd controls, but they won't risk it. And that will be a tier 2 tower down. So TR off to a good start here, Merlini. That will level out the gold edge and actually push it into TR's favor. But Look at that experience graph. Empire capitalizing with farm around the map. Already a 2,000 experience lead from that double tower push.
Yeah, Batrider's very close to his Blink Dagger too. He's taking out a double sec right now. He's 1,800 gold. After clearing all these creeps, he's gonna have it. So we're looking at an 8-minute off-lane Blink Dagger with a bottle too, which is pretty darn phenomenal.
Yeah,
without any towers down.
Mag's done a great job. Just compare his net worth to that of the Nature's Prophet, who's only at 1.9k. He's got phase boots to his name. That's it. Only level 4. So although TR have done a good job taking out those towers, it
and
did
the
cost
haste
them.
rune. Oh man, Mag's he can buy a smoke and a blink, and that will be an easy first blood. Oh, maybe easy first blood right now.
No fear. You're in some trouble, buddy. The offlaner is going toe-to-toe. He's going to pull him to the high ground, trying to stack up some sticky napalm. But, Mirana.
He didn't actually trap him.
But look at this. He's still taking quite a bit of damage. Haste rune on. He's still going to be flying around.
Wow, see the Dragon Knight. That should have been an easy kill. It's a Batrider hasted.
Yeah, that Moonlight Shadow.
Prophet, yeah.
No detection, man. What are you going to do?
The thing is, he knocked down this tree, so he could just walk out. Easy peasy. But if he didn't knock this tree down, or did he actually tango through it? I think he tangoed through it.
I think he tangoed through it.
So nice place move. No fear.
Yeah, but there's that smoke blink you were talking about. And other big item pickups will be made. Invoker going for the Hand of Midas first. He has now committed to the Quaz Exort. No points in Wex, as he is just about to hit level 9. And also Chen did pick up mech, so a 9-minute mech for Chen. No boots, went straight for the mechanism, but still a pretty timely pickup. He's also level 6, smoked up, and hungry for blood.
Is this going to be a first blood? This 9 minutes in, I think Resolution feels us out. They've taken top, both T1 and T2. They're not farming there. It's pretty obvious that they're going to make a move for mid T1, but the question is, are they prepared enough? There is a smoke from behind. Resolution's in a lot of...
Yeah, he's in big trouble, but Batrider will be nearby. The flame break to make some space. Resolution almost surviving, but no, the first blood comes out. Chen actually grabs the bonus gold. Crystal Maiden has already fallen. That'll make it a 1-for-1 to get things started. Nature's Prophet, he's taking a lot of damage. No, there's the Chen ulti. He should be able to pour it out. Meanwhile, down bottom, Mirana will get picked. Always want to fly, barely survives.
That was a sick static storm.
And Lycan comes around. He'll finish off the Chen as well. So it ends up being a great exchange for Empire, a 1-for-3.
It was all the Disruptor right there. He had 2 heroes in the Static Storm, Kinetic Field, and then he glimpsed a third back into there, and No Fear almost died on the Nature's Prophet, so it was very close to being an even worse trade. But they did get the first blood.
Yep, and now PGG's in some trouble as Mag hops forward. The Chen creeps nearby, will help buy him some time, compliments of that ensnare, but it's just not enough. PGG takes a spill, and this should be an easy tower for Empire.
Silence getting huge.
Yep, and Invoker picking up a solo kill down bottom while we're looking at this exchange brewing in the mid. The kinetic field comes out. Son of Artesia and Nubix stuck inside. The tower goes down, but it does get denied by Mirana. Arrow, wow, almost hitting Vanscore there.
Dodging with class.
Yeah, that was
and he
close.
stole the arrow now. That's not good.
Yeah. Fortunately, he is out of mana, though, so won't be able to do too much. Invoker knocks down that bottom tier 1 tower as well following that kill. And, actually, no, it had already gone down, pardon me. But Resolution grabbing a solo kill. Just look at the net worth. This is getting scary. 3 of the members of Empire floating towards the top, and Lycan is already 50% ahead of the TR's leading farmer, who is the Dragon Knight.
Yeah, I mean, no one's scared of a free farming Potom. Like, Potom was quote-unquote free farming at 47 CS compared to the 80 of Lycan, but, I mean, all she has is phase boost and drums, and she just hasn't had that much of an impact in the game compared to Lycan, who is just so extremely useful at pushing these towers, and he's about to solo Roshan. He has a Vlad's Medallion, and it's only going to get worse from here. I don't know if he's going to transition into a Necro Book build or whatever it may be, but I mean, Empire are in a very, very good position to just sweep down the T1s and take control of TR's jungle.
Yeah, and I can't help but feel like a lot of people undervalue how much damage Howl actually does. Not only in pushing, because it adds damage to minions, but even at level 1, plus 20 damage on heroes for 12 seconds. That's a lot. That's 100 extra damage per auto attack if your whole team is attacking. That adds up pretty quick in these team fights. And speaking of team fights, Nubix in some trouble. He'll get initiated on that. Cold Snap doing some work. He'll take an unfortunate leap. He'll be the first to take a spill. Now PGG gets picked off. In comes the Batrider, pulls Son of Artesia right into the Static Storm. Nature's Prophet falls. It's an easy 5-0. Empire just dominating the retry at only the 12-minute mark.
Man, Another very nice static storm coming out from Always Want to Fly too. He didn't drop it right on top of the kinetic field, but he did get the DK and one more hero in it. And yeah, Mag's just been finding these really good initiations. Potom, she didn't even get disabled. I think she had like sticky napalm and cold snap, and she couldn't even turn around a leap because because of that ridiculous turn rate.
That turn rate. That was just utter devastation, though. A clean 5-for-0. They didn't even burn the Aegis as well.
That was just a really smart smoke for Empire, though.
Yeah. It was just a good engage. Even Batrider, it was nice as well that Batrider wasn't the initiator, so they had already picked up a kill, and then Batrider came in, and he locked down the Dragonite, which made it even easier.
Yep.
Well, Silent is now level 11 on Lycan, and Jesus, just look at the hero level chart. That's what's really scary right now. Empire have all 5 at the top. And, yeah, that's a 12,000 experience lead, 10,000 gold lead, only 13 minutes in. TR were off to a good start. You know, knocking down that Tier 2 tower early on was great, but unfortunately, it just cost them so much in terms of farm and experience that the other heroes Empire got.
There.
Yeah.
They're expecting this.
Yeah, and they're ready for it. Lycan, he's got that all ready to go. Kinetic field comes out. Marana will be able to make it outside, but son of Arteezy, he just gets obliterated. Glimpse back. Marana in some trouble. Shen going to throw a creep in, and oh, the Sunstrike right on point. Marana will leap back, may still be able to survive. Arrow off the mark. Another kinetic field comes, and there's the lasso, actually pulling him out of the kinetic field, but that's so Jimmy. Shout out to Demon. But yeah, Crystal Maiden also got picked off on the backside as we were watching that fun time with Marana there. Another favorable exchange for Empire, 1 for 3 going their way. Lycan now 6-0-0, and Batrider will now go to 4-0-7.
Man, looking at this early game, it looked like it was going okay for TR, but there are a couple things that went wrong. Firstly, they had a couple heroes devoted in the lane and top, the Potom and the Marana, and they weren't able to harass Mag at all. Like, he just got way too much in that safe lane. The 8-minute off-lane Blink Dagger with Brown Boots and a bottle is just way too much. And then aside from that, their decision to just have a free farming Lycan versus a free farming Potom is just not a good choice either. But at the same time, they can't really do an offensive try with the Chen, so I can understand that. But that means they had to get like so much out of the early game, and they just weren't able to do so. Like, maybe if Chen smoke inks Invoker, it could have been a little bit better. But Chen was just so passive. He just pushed with the team at level 5.5. So if you don't do anything until level 5.5 as a Chen, when you don't have the mid and late game secured, then it's kind of a wasted pick, I'd say.
Yeah, and it was a smart choice from Empire to grab Lycan last, because Lycan's a hero that really is like kind of snowball dependent. He needs that early experience and early farm, whether it's in the jungle or in lane, and he thrives in an environment when the other team doesn't have strong lanes and he can have a lot of room early on. And with Nature's Prophet and Shen on the same team, you know that you're going to have a pretty easy time in the lanes. Yep, looking at the mid lane here, Mag hops in, he catches Nubik, pulls him into the tower. Static Storm, again, beautiful placement from this Disruptor. The tower gets denied, Marana tries to leap out, but Invoker still secures the kill. These Static Storms, man, they've just been on point. Now Mag hopping forward. Chen will be the second to fall. No fear, he'll try and pour it out, but that's not happening. PGG, sorry, pal. Telekinesis back. Dragonite, he's been the only one to make the escape. An easy 4-for-0, and they get the deny on the tower. Again, the Static Storm, just beautiful placement, cutting that fight in half, isolating the Marana. Great execution from Empire. They are looking crisp in Starladder Season 9, Merlin.
Yeah, I do really like this Disruptor, though. He is really on point with his spells, too.
Always want to fly, man.
Yeah. And I like the way he uses Static Storm, though. He just always places it in the right place at the right time, too. He's not using it always for combos with Kinetic Field. He's just using it for the silence, for the zoning ability of it.
Yeah.
And this is just utter devastation. There should be a GG anytime.
Yeah, I mean, he's been using the Static Storm as just a space creator. If you see in the team fights, he plops it right down in the middle, so they either have to stand in silence or they have to be forced to kind of split in half. And it's really just thrown TR into disarray. We see some more kills coming out. They will finally grab a kill onto the Batrider, but definitely won't come for free here already. Most of their team getting scraped up. PGG walking into the kinetic field. He's just going to go balls to the wall. He wants resolution, and he will find him. That's a nice little bounty going the way of the notorious Enigma player here in control of the Crystal Maiden.
Screw that. They're just going for next T3.
Yep.
Why stop?
There you go. GG, well played.
GG, well played.
I'm going to say GG, smiley face, Merlini. That was a fun one. So that was our first game of the day, guys. Another quick game to get things started. for the Starladder Season 9 European Day 2. We've still got plenty of Dota coming your way, but unfortunately we're going to have a bit of an extended break here. Starladder did upgrade the time in between games. We've now got an hour 15 instead of an hour between match scheduling. So
you mean downgrade?
Downgrade, actually. Yes, you're right. It is kind of a downgrade. I'm with you on that front, my friend. Let's take a look here. I think we've got some overlays to look at. Oh, yeah. I'm still getting the hang of this, man. We've got too many overlays to play with. There we are. So, Empire looking good. They were the favorites coming into this matchup,
Continues their high win percentage.
Their ridiculous win percentage. The retry, well, looks like they'll just keep on trying.
They might need to add another re soon.
Another re to the retry. Retry.
Yeah, that was, I mean, really not too much up to that game. I think that TR's draft was a little bit weak. They don't really seem too caught up in the new 6.80 shift, I'd say. Like, Invoker, really hot right now. Batrider, also pretty hot. Disruptor, kind of like the new age support, and they went with a different carry, too. And that just totally threw TR after the game. They're going with more old school Dragon Knight, Chen, Nature's Prophet, Crystal Maiden. Those are all, like, they're tried and true, but at the same time they've fallen out of favor for a reason. And yeah, they went by unscathed in like the first 5 minutes, but it just wasn't enough. Their lineup just didn't have any umph.
That's a really good way to put it. And they got those pushes early on, but Chen or Nature's Prophet, like I said, makes your lanes really weak, and that's an environment where someone
if there's a good Chen player on there that can actually do stuff, and Nature's Prophet can TP in, and you get like let's say they get a gank on Invoker mid, and then Nature's Prophet TPs in, and they can sweep the tower once DK hits level 6. But they didn't have that.
I still think on paper, though, that's a good environment for Lycan to kind of thrive.
Oh, it definitely is. But
Nature's Prophet, you know he's going to be offlane. It's a pretty predictable draft. You know Chen's going to be in the jungle. You pretty much know Dragon Knight's going to be mid. And Nature's Prophet, he makes sense for the offlane. So what are you left with? A Mirana, Crystal Maiden, dual lane.
Oh, it is. I'm just saying, like, what they had to work with. They had to put out a lot more aggression instead of, hey, let's wait until we get mech. By the time they get mech, it's too late.
Right. And yeah, by that point, Lycan already had his Vlads up. He was able to solo push towers once he soloed Roche.
And it was the blink. The blink on the mag was just way too much. And they had a Midas up, too.
Yeah, should that Batrider be able to farm that much in the offlane?
He should not.
So whose fault is that? Is that on missed arrows? Is that on Chen not moving into the lane?
Firstly, the block was really bad because they should have been able to... both ratios should be able to stand on the opposite side of the wave and kind of at least hinder his free farming potential. Not free farm, but his farming potential. He had a lot of last hits in lane. That shouldn't happen. Especially with the threat of a Chen. Like, when you're in Chen, like, oh, crap, I'm scared of a Chen CM into an arrow. That should be easy.
And Chen didn't even try to come to the lane early on. He didn't even move a creep over. He didn't even make his presence known. Sometimes just knowing that Chen could be there will help deter somebody moving up to the lane. If Chen never shows his face, then you sort of get to that point where, well, I might as well just gamble a little bit and see what happens.
He started at level 1. He's like, whatever. I don't even care.
Yeah,
I don't even care about the Chen.
That's true.
You want to be scared of the Chen.
Like, you want to be scared of the Chen.
No, if you pick a Chen, you want the other team to be scared of you. Because if not, it's like, why not just pick an Enigma or a far greedier jungle that doesn't actually do anything until later or do that much?
That's a really good question.
Well, anyways, well played to Empire.
Well played. Now what's exciting, Merlini, is we've got a big match coming up next. We've got Virtus Pro versus Navi coming up at 18:15 CET, which is in just about 40 minutes or so. After that, we'll be Insane versus MYM, and then after that, we will have Relax versus PR. So we've got plenty of good Dota coming up today. We'll have an extended break. Get some caffeine in you, pal. Perk up a little bit. Relax.
You're doing fine.
You're doing fine. You'll have some time to...
I like that chat wheel comment.
Yeah, I like that as well. I don't really use the chat wheel, though.
Really?
I use... What is the normal hotkey? Is it Y or T? Yeah, that's one of my inventory items.
You should use that, man.
I got to rebind it. I know.
Affirmative.
Affirmative.
I immediately regret my decision.
So, all right, guys, we'll have a short break. Some tunes coming your way. Don't go anywhere, or, well, go somewhere, then come on back because we've got Navi coming up for our second game of the day.